Hi and welcome to week 4. This week I had some successes, some ups and downs. It came out in the end quite fine, but join me and see for yourself. Thanks for that, by the way. We had temperatures around 35 degrees. Some sources say 38. It is something that we here in Germany are not used to. Usually temperatures just go up to 33. But right now the temperatures are going down. It's 6 p.m. And I guess now with 27, 25 degrees on the scale, I can dare to venture out to have a little bit of a walk. And today was the hottest day of the year so far. So my plan was to wait till the evening to head out. Hey, watch that. There is a fox. How cute is this? Yeah, you only see that in nature. So the plan was to actually wait until it's a little bit colder, and it paid off because now it's not like 36 or 38 degrees anymore. It's just 22. Really nice to take a walk in this temperature. And I also got to finish editing last week's video, which was also a priority. So let's keep walking. Well, it is Monday and I just waited too long to get out to get my walking in because it is 8 p.m. and like a few seconds ago it started to rain like crazy again. The base camp returned, and this can only mean one of two things. Either I have a bad hair day again or it is raining. And the answer is yes. Yeah, the recent rain shower fortunately was just like half an hour. Now it just has some droplets coming down, so a base cap should be fine. But I also have my umbrella with me. So far it looks like I will be actually able to get some steps in without getting totally wet. And like I said last week, the air after a rain shower really is fantastic. And this is what I am dealing with right now, so it's cool. Well, it is not the friendliest of weathers today and my clothes are damp from head to toe, but I still managed to get like 45 minutes of walking in, which I count as a win. I'm completely tired today, guys, because at 7 a.m. someone was ringing on my door because the gas lines had to be checked in the whole apartment building. So they had to switch off every gas line in every flat. So I stayed awake. But of course, without gas, you cannot take a shower because the water would be ice cold. You cannot put like a bread roll into the oven to eat a nice breakfast. So I was lucky enough that I had at least some fruits there to help me bridge the gap until the gas was switched on, which was at 3 p.m. So I had a very, very late breakfast. So now I'm completely tired and decided to head out a little bit earlier. So it's 5 p.m. now. I still have 1 hour to work, but I will do that when I come back because otherwise I would have just fallen asleep on the desk. So let's just keep walking.
Now take in this beautiful imagery, because the next scene I want to show you is really grim. I came by the heron and it was feeding. The faint of heart should skip those next images, because I was expecting it to be a frog or something, but it turned out to be much worse. A frog would have been bad enough, but a duckling? Sorry about that. I kept the clip as short as possible. While filming, I had the quick impulse of running over there and stop it, but seeing that poor duckling's limp head hanging down, I knew it was already too late anyway. When I passed by half an hour later, the gruesome spectacle was thankfully over. But one thought crossed my mind, and that was that I have not seen any of the other ducklings today. And I hope Mother Duck was able to keep them safe, and that the heron did not pick them off one by one over the last week.
It's Wednesday and I'm quite fine. I slept enough, I feel quite good. So nothing to complain about. If my scales don't lie, then I think this week will be quite successful, but I don't want to jinx it. Especially since my plan is to use my remaining points today to have a nice pizza. Let's see if that's a good idea or not. But as the points allow it, I will go for a pizza. It's a bit after 6 p.m. and I was thinking about maybe staying in a little bit longer because today it's 30 degrees again. But a quick look at the weather forecast told me that it will not get much colder. So I just headed out and went for a walk. Even more annoying than the temperature actually is that now also you have to deal with a lot of creepy crawlers, flying insects, stuff like that. You cannot walk 2 meters without a small fly landing on your face and stuff like that. This week I tried to get away from just eating the usual stuff that is low on points and my go-to stuff, because that is getting boring very quickly, you know. So I tried different stuff and ended up sometimes at the end of the day with almost no points. But the trick in my program is then to have enough veggies at home so that you can substitute that veggies have no points in the system and sometimes even earns you points. So that is something to help you fill your stomach in the evening when you had too much heavy stuff to eat over the day. I mean, I even had a gigantic pizza yesterday and it went over well. Even though I had enough points to allow myself this pizza, I was sure that it would throw me out of my target area of losing weight. But it didn't. Everything is on target, so I hope this week will be quite successful. Every time I see something like this that I will show you in a second, I wonder, is this by design or is it just a coincidence that it ended up that way? But it looks cool. And this crypt with an open door is kinda creepy. So let's not stay too long here. Happy Friday, everyone. Today I literally had to rip myself free from my work laptop because I was finally starting a task I was procrastinating for weeks. And once I started, I couldn't let go. So I guess I will finish it later on because I really want to finish it today. But for now I had to take a break to get outside, to get some steps in. And also I have to pick up my sister because we want to watch a movie today. So that is happening. It's the weekend, yeah. And I started the day by really sleeping in, enjoying that it is the weekend, and found myself really relaxing, sitting in front of a TV and the computer, not doing much. And all of a sudden I looked at the clock and realized, oh damn, it's already 7 p.m. So I got dressed, ran out and tried to at least get the last remaining hours of daylight, put them to a good use and get some steps in. And I almost forgot the question of a week. So this question goes out to everyone who is also trying to lose weight, especially if you're also using the same program that I do, where I am watching my weight, let's say it like that. What is your go-to meal if you don't want to take in too much calories? Or in the wording of the program, what do you do if you want to take in 0 points or next to 0? What's your go-to meal that is easy to do, quickly to prepare? Let me know in the comments. By the way, my 0 point go-to meal right now is just cooking up some water with a little bit of broth, 0 points. Throw in some tomato paste, 0 points as well. Make sure to season it well and then throw in some beans or corn or whatever also has 0 points from the vegetable variety, and then just cook it up into a very nice soup. So that's me. Just walked through at least 2 different spider webs, and I remember that back in the day that really would have creeped me out and I would have been panickingly trying to swash it away even though it likely never was on me. So happy to see that this at least also is getting better with age. But I also over the years invested a little bit of time into getting a grip of my arachnophobia. Even though it is not as hot as it was the last days, I'm still sweating from the dampness, I would say. So this calls for another nice ice pop when I return home to end the day. It's Sunday again, and this can only mean one thing: it's weighing day. And today I stepped on the scales and found myself having lost 0.7 kilogram, which is not what I have aimed for, which would be 1 kilogram. You never know why, because I didn't slack off, but you know that you have to deal with a lot of ups and downs, which is just part of the process, I guess. Overall, I would have hoped that by now I would have lost like 5 kilogram. Now I am at 4.4, which is also fine after 4 weeks. So overall, the trajectory is fine. Let's just keep that up. See you next week.